for this evening. I call this meeting to order. Before we proceed, I would like, as a Sergeant at Arms, my role is to remind you to please avoid these three topics during our meeting, especially during the table topics. That is the impromptu speaking. And I'm reminding everyone to please avoid the three topics: politics, sex, and religion. These three topics can be debatable, and we are respecting everyone's opinion. And all right, our meeting for tonight is called the Rise to the Challenges. It's very phenomenal because of the situation that we are facing right now. But due to the online platform, we can continue our journey to our Toastmasters career. Without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce our president. She is called a lady without arrest. Coracha, ika nga. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome our President Toastmaster Lilian Beldad.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Marty, for that very realistic introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Good evening to our guest Rayan and guest Fatima. Also, good evening to our guests from other club, Toastmaster Ryan Panilo, Toastmaster Mark Lacanilao. Welcome to PRTC regular meeting. And tonight our theme is Rise to the Challenge, which is like what our Sergeant at Arms said earlier, that this time we have to we have to rise up to the challenges that the world is facing right now, especially the COVID-19. Hopefully we'll be able to survive and we'll be able to reach 50 or more years old in our life. And having said that, tonight our Toastmaster of the evening is, aside from, I consider him one of my mentor in Toastmaster. He is also known as the Jacqueline Jose of PRTC. And I learned a lot from this guy. He has a lot of advices when it comes to finances, and I learned to handle my finances. I know how to handle my finances, but his advices lead me to be more creative and be more responsible in handling my finances, and try to invest and risk sometimes, or take risk sometimes in investing to something new. And he is a great example of a man who rises to the challenges. He is none other than one of the pillars of PRTC and one of the cool guy of our club. And he is none other than distinguished Toastmaster Rogelio Wenceslao Jr. DTM, Rodney.
Thank you so much, Madam President Lilian. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Let's begin our Toastmasters meeting with a short invocation. May I invite everybody to have a moment of silence. We are grateful to you, O Lord, for gathering and bringing us all here virtually safe and sound. We thank you for guiding our families back in the Philippines and of course here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. We humbly ask for your mercy. Forgive our shortcomings to our brothers and sisters, our parents, our friends, our relatives, office mates, neighbors. We pray for tonight's meeting. Send us your Holy Spirit. Give us, our speakers, your gift of knowledge, that we may be able to deliver and inspire us with their speeches. Bless our evaluators with your gift of wisdom so that Their assessment enhances further not only the speaker's communication and leadership skills, but the whole of the audience as well. Help us achieve our Toastmasters Club mission, strengthen our officers, and motivate our members to live beyond excellence. You are our ultimate and distinguished master of ceremonies. We offer you tonight's gathering that may all of this be for the service of mankind and for your greater glory. This we ask through Christ our Lord. Amen. And together we recite our Toastmasters motto: for better speaking,
For better speaking,
for better listening, sorry,
for better listening,
for better thinking,
for better
thinking.
thinking.
Better
all
thinking.
together we learn by
We
doing.
learn by
We
doing.
learn
By doing.
Doing.
Thank you so much. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome to our meeting 1219. Imagine 1219 means it's roughly 26, 27 years that we are conducting the meeting here as Toastmasters. For the benefit of our guests, our Toastmasters meeting is usually divided into 3 segments. We have the prepared speech session, but tonight we will have, I think, an educational session, and then it will be followed by the table topic session, wherein the segment host will be elaborating further what is table topic session all about. And finally, we have the evaluation segment later on, wherein we will be hearing some feedbacks from our seasoned Toastmasters. Let me just have a quick story in relation to our theme for tonight, Rise to the Challenges. I remember a story of a young kid, in Sri Lanka. His name is Irfan Hafiz. He has this muscle disease, like a rare muscle disease that makes him weak. In fact, at the age of 7, he started loosening all the things that will be able to make him move. And that is why he was bedridden all throughout his life. The doctors said that he will live only until 18 years of age. And just like a true warrior, he rose to those challenges, imagine those bitter and shocking news. He accepted his fate. He was able to write 3 books with the use of only of his lone finger only. So imagine that specific predicament that he has. So he did not become bitter, but he made better and maximized whatever he had. He rose to the challenges. But unfortunately, at the age of 37, which was 2018, he passed away. But more than anything else, he was a medical wonder, because doctors said he will be until the age of 18 only, but he survived until the age of 37. And that is my short story for tonight. Now, let us congratulate our meetings winners. We have our best meeting leader last meeting. We have Toastmaster Evangeline Mook. For our best table topic speaker, we have distinguished Toastmaster James Edward Taruk. Our best evaluator, Toastmaster Marty David. And our best segment host, Toastmaster Eric Chu. How about a big warm round virtual applause to our weekly meeting winners last time. And now, of course, we would like to recognize our birthday celebrants for the month of June. We have Toastmaster Angelo Chua and a past president, Toastmaster Edward Berador. How about singing them a quick happy birthday?
Happy
Happy
birthday to you.
Happy birthday to
Wow.
you.
Thank you
Happy.
so much. And of course, we would like to ask, is our Vice President for Education around for any
Yes.
program changes?
Yes, we only have one program changed. DTM Raji will be having TM Edward Berador as evaluator for the second set of table topic speaker in replacement of TM Lilian. That's all. Back to you.
Thank you so much, the indefatigable, yet well soon, Madam Incoming President, Toastmaster Christine Magat. And now, we will now move to the part where I'll be introducing a segment host who will be in charge of the evaluation mechanism of our meeting. Friends, IPAS Division A Director and fresh from his European trip, let's all welcome Toastmaster Roselle Sazon.
A round of applause to our Toastmaster of the evening. Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Rogelio Wenceslao, for that wonderful introduction of mine. I'm so much elated and humbled, as always, being introduced by someone like you, with as charming as me. Joke. Thank you, Toastmasters. Thank you and good evening, fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen, and to our wonderful guests. As your general evaluator, it is my task to ensure that the entire program tonight will be done smoothly and with the accordance to Toastmasters International Standard. Towards the end of the meeting, I will provide my overall evaluation as to how we conducted the meeting, and likewise, I will also provide some suggestions for improvement on the items that we did not perform well. Fellow Toastmasters, especially to our guests, I have two meeting teams with me. First are the meeting leaders, and the second one will be the evaluating team. But before that, please help me and our meeting leaders and different functionaries to observe the following proactive evaluation. Tonight, we started 5 minutes late. Yes, it's still 5 minutes, but still late. If we can improve further, like if we can start on time, I think it will be much more appealing for everybody, especially to our guests, to start on time. And to our guests and to our fellow Toastmasters who are here right now virtually, please be prudent in unmuting and muting ourselves. It means that please unmute yourself only if it's your turn to speak. I also would like to remind everybody to provide some reactions if we like our speakers with their speech delivery. You can press the virtual applause. And last but not the least, I would like to commend all our members for being so welcoming and warm to our guests for tonight. Again, as mentioned earlier, I have two meeting teams with me, the meeting leaders and the evaluating team. To start with our meeting leader, please help me welcome our Gamarian. Our Gamarian, when I ask him how he rises every time there is challenges, he said, just being confident and genuine belief in what he is capable of doing. Please help me welcome to explain more of his role, our Gamarian for tonight, Toastmaster Carlo Ray Iseo.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ross Sasson. Good evening once again, my fellow Toastmasters, and to our dear guests. Good evening. And I am your grammarian for tonight. As we rise and work towards improving the command of the English language, I shall serve as your word master or grammarian. Our word for today is illustrious, meaning well-known, respected, and admired for past achievements. Example, distinguished Toastmaster Reyna Tejano is an illustrious leader. My fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, do use the word of the day for tonight, or in our meeting for tonight, as I shall be taking note of those. Also, I will be taking note those individuals or Toastmasters that will be uttering some, let's say, exceptional word used of the English language. I shall also be taking note of those who fall short in making use of the correct English language. At the end of the meeting, when called upon by the General Evaluator, I shall render my report. Back to you, Mr. General.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Carlo Ray, as our grammarian for tonight. I totally agree that BTM Reina is one of the illustrious Toastmasters here in District 79 community or in Riyadh. Next, meeting leader is our counter. Our counter, when I asked him how he writes, he told me that he believed in the saying that there's always a rainbow after the rain. He also considered challenges as a lesson, and without it, he said that we will not grow, so we need to face it and move on. With not so much further ado, please help me welcome our counter, our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Marty David.
Thank you so much, Mr. General Evaluator, Rosel Stazon. Good evening, everyone. And the purpose of my role is to note the words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pause filler by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for the words and count these inappropriate expressions such as well, so, you know, sounds may be and I will also note when the speaker repeats a word or phrase such as I, or this means, this is known as a double clutch. At the end of the meeting, when called upon by the General Evaluator, I shall render my report. Back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Marty David, as our counter. Next, I believe is the most punctual for tonight, is our timer. Our timer, when I asked him, he said that he always keep in mind and by heart that as a human beings, we are all facing challenges. He always think positive and put his fist up, keep going, and he don't take it as personally. He always relate it to something we already overcome, and we know that. Without so much further ado, the most punctual per se for this evening, our timer, Toastmaster Ryan Aniceto.
Thank you, our General Evaluator, TM Ross. As a timer, my duty for tonight is to take notes on your speaking ability to come up with the rightful time. For the prepared speech, 2 to 3 minutes. 2 minutes, I will raise the green card, and 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card, and 3 minutes, I will raise the red card. For the table topics, 1 to 2 minutes speaking time allowance. 1 minute is I will raise the green card. 1 minute and 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card, and 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. For the general or for the evaluation, you have 2 to 3 minutes. 2 minutes for the green, 2 minutes and 30 seconds for the yellow card, and 3 minutes for the red card. After call upon by the General Evaluator, I shall render my report. And back to you, our General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Mr. Timer. I believe first things I would like to comment is drive safely. I believe that you are driving, and if possible to know how you will show to us the timing code or the color code for the time. It will be your background, or you're handling a paper or the colorful items.
After 10 minutes, I will be at home. So
Okay, drive safely, Mr. Timer, Toastmaster Ryan Aniceto. Thank you. Next
okay.
next for the meeting leader is the woman with integrity for tonight, our vote counter. Our vote counter, when I ask her that how she writes or how she writes every time there is challenges, she said to the love of her family, and a lot of prayers. With not so much further ado, our vote counter, Madam President-elect Toastmaster Christine Kate Magat. Toastmaster Kate.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. And good evening, fellow Toastmasters and for the weekend, we are going to vote for our segment speakers, namely the table topic speaker, the evaluators, and our best segment host. As such, I shall raise the poll later, and I will only be voting to break a tie. At the end of the meeting, we will, when called upon by the presiding officer, I shall declare the results. Back to you, Mr.
Thank you so much, Madam Vote Counter. I believe you are also our Zoom master for tonight, right? Toastmaster Kate, you are our Zoom master.
Yes, I am also the Zoom master. Yes, I am also the Zoom master, and I will be spotlighting the speakers. Thank you, and back to you, Mr.
Thank you so much for wearing not more than one hat for tonight, Madam Toastmaster Kate. The second group to help me is the evaluating team. Each one of them is assigned to evaluate the table topics speak session later. So Toastmaster, I believe it's now time for me to bring back the control of the lectern or the spotlight to our Toastmaster of the evening, another illustrious Toastmaster in PRTC, distinguished Toastmaster Rogelio Wenceslao Jr.
Thank you so much, our General Evaluator, Toastmaster Rosel Sazon. I would like to, of course, recognize our distinguished guests, starting with our Area 5 Director, Mohammed Abdallah, and of course, our very own distinguished Toastmaster, the Pink Tarha herself, DTM Reina Tejano Berina. We are very honored to have you in tonight's meeting. As mentioned, for the benefit of our guests, let's just have a quick recap of the format of any Toastmasters motto. We usually have a prepared speech session, and tonight we have a master class. It will be then followed by the table topic session to be facilitated by the table topic master. And finally, the third session is the evaluation segment. At this juncture, I will be introducing to you our master in terms of vlogging. He is a past president, also graduated from AMA University as magna cum laude, and currently has 5,930 subscribers in his YouTube channel. And finally, our very own owner of Tokyo Restaurant. He is actually associated with Tokyo Restaurant as the senior procurement specialist or supervisor. Friends, let's all welcome Toastmaster Ferdinand Greco for his masterclass Reloaded Vlogging, the New Art of Communication. Take it away.
Thank you so much, distinguished.
Point of order. I just want to know how much time you need for the master class.
20 minutes. Oh.
Okay, noted. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim Brian. Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Rogi, for that very warm introduction. And I'm quite nervous actually because we have plenty of guests, VIP guests, who was able to attend our masterclass for tonight's segment, right? When it's all about blogging. But I will not going to talk to discuss to you or share with you the technical part of blogging. Maybe people are wondering on the nitty-gritty on how does the YouTube blogging works, but we will focus on the new phase we will focus on the blogging as the new phase of communication. Because way back then, as we all know, blogging is all about, I remember one time, maybe 10 years back, I have also my own website, blogging. And all you have to do is to write down some poem, some short stories, maybe some speech. I do post my speeches also from speech 1 to 10 on that particular blog site, but I didn't share it to anyone else because for some personal reason. But before that, blogging was not in a form of video. But in 2005, as the blog starts by a 3 former PayPal employee, and they started the YouTube video format, which is popularized now, where more than, I think, 2.6 billion now users of YouTube alone. And as we observe in different platforms like Facebook, like Instagram, like Twitter, everyone has its own video platform. And every single social media platform, you can be monetized and you can generate profit from it. But for now, let's discuss to our main topic, which is the new phase of communication of blogging. But before that, let me discuss what is blogging is all about. Maybe blog stands, not maybe, but blog stands for a video blog or a video log and refers to a type of blog where most or all content is in a video format. I will give you a short statistic how YouTube alone rapidly grew from 2012 up to present. You can see how imagine 0.08 billion users in 2012, and now in 2021, it has garnered 2.6 billion. You see how big the audience that you can cater if you start your blogging. But why blogging? Why not just go back to our core when we just want to share the point, the story of ourselves? Maybe today we see bloggers everywhere. They're talking about anything at any time. And we can find video blogs about travel, about the fashion, makeup, about the lifestyle, about health, education, and pretty much of everything. We do have plenty of bloggers in our audience today. I also invited some few of my friends. One of them is our fellow artisans, is Toastmaster Marty, is catering a lot about Saudi Arabia. We have also the popular Pink Tarha, DTM Reina, who has more than 100,000 of subscribers, followers in Facebook account. And I hope I'm also Rian is also my fellow blogger. You can see them. Maybe we can also ask them later on why they enter the blogging. Because for me, why I choose blogging? Because it connects people. When we say it connects people, one of the main reason why the video blog are so common is that they're easy way to connect with other people from different countries and cultures. Bloggers always share a part of their lives with the entire internet. They can share anything. And regardless of the topic they talk about, they will always be like-minded people. And they're that they will enjoy or learn from them, that kind of content. Anything they can discuss. And you can learn something from them. Either it is motivating, either inspiring, they will share it to you. And that connection, it will begin from that. Blog generates conversation, it creates bonds, it allows people to discover new places, and they share thoughts and experiences and knowledge and much more. Because connections are powerful. And the fact that anyone with a camera and something to say, you can reach a universal audience is simply amazing. This is how large communities are formed with it. New possibilities and economic benefits are open for content creators just like me. But we will talk more about later about the connections. Because me, myself, all of a sudden, some people trying to look for me to do a product endorsement somehow. Last time, maybe a few weeks ago, I was able to connect with the Smart Padala. And they approached me. They asked me if I could just made a one simple video creations that will promote their particular product, and they are very much willing to pay you with the amount. Actually, they offer me, I was going to spill the tea of how much they offer. It's like 20,000 pesos. Not bad for a beginner who has only 5,000 subscribers, and yet they are very much willing to pay for me just only for that 2 minutes video. So I'm working on that, Smart Padala, and hopefully you will watch soon. And that's how important if we will enter the blogging. It can easily connect not only from different countries, but also from those business, or for those business partners, even the small or big, you can grab that particular opportunity. And the next topic is why? Because blogging is also for education, for entertainment, and for more. Some people might think that a blogger is just a person talking about himself or herself. And maybe that's how it was many years ago. Maybe people talk, sometimes they think we are crazy because we are talking in front of our camera and say, oh, what is this guy's doing? Nowadays, before that's kind of a stereotype that people when you talk in camera, they think there's something in your mind. But nowadays, it's very common to anyone that you can see anywhere in the street. But now blogs are widespread format to communicate a lot of things besides stories about your personal life. Some bloggers create educational content. Others talk about their personal experiences to inspire and motivate people. Some others like to make interviews, and the list goes on. And of course, some bloggers create fun, firm content about their lives, challenges with their friends, or just videos talk about current events for pure entertainment. And we also some prankster out there. There are a lot of prankster creator. And the point here is that blogs are not just to talk about yourself. They are a way to entertain and to communicate many things while showing your personality and maintaining a close relationship with your audience. Blogs are the perfect channel to express your ideas and knowledge, to inform, to educate, and even help others feel good. You are free to talk about what you want and how you want. And the diversity that makes blogging very appealing for both creators and consumers. People free to express themselves while at the same time they feel close and connected to others. And even me, I use my blogging sometimes to help I have one foundation in Pampanga, yung Maria, yung Bahay ni Maria, where there are some children out there, and through blogging with the small amount I can help them. I occasionally visit them and send some small amount just to help these people. So you can do a lot of things for blogging. It's not only you can, besides from expressing yourself, you can also use this an instrument for helping others by form of information, by form of sharing your profit, whatever amount you will gain from blogging. Then of course there's an additional incomes that you can use. And the next topic is relatively easy to start, right? Another big reason why blogging is so popular nowadays is that anyone can do it. You just need to have the courage and post your first video. It requires confidence. Just like when we started in Toastmaster. I remember the time that I have my butterfly in my stomach. I don't know what to say. In blogging, it's the same. Sometimes you just have to form yourself and build your confidence, grab that camera or your phone, and you can start immediately, even by introducing yourself to the crowd of people and say anything your interest. And definitely you can start with one single video, even for 1 minute. You don't have to be expert in video editing, or you have the most expensive equipment to start blogging. You can start wherever you want using your phone. It doesn't matter if it's an iPhone, a Samsung, or whatever model it is, as long as the video camera is working, that will be fine. At least you can start your own video blogging. And most famous content creators, they started alone with limited gear, and now they have a big crew and professional equipment for their videos. Everyone start in a small. So as they come along a way, they found their niche, they found their craft in video blogging. That was the time they will invest in a most expensive gadgets. And some people, even the most famous creators, they hire some people that can edit for their video. And who knows, you might be one of them, right? Next, why we can enter also to blogging. It's like what you can see on the screen. One of our fellow PRTians used to share a relatable stories. Sometimes he cater a different kind. Let me just mute this one while you can see the video of Toastmaster Marty. The video appear on your screen is courtesy of Toastmaster Marty David. So why I choose this particular video? Actually, this is one of the most watched video of Toastmaster Marty. It is relatable stories because in Saudi Arabia, as we all know, most of the people, especially our kababayan, are fun or love to buy golds. Maybe some like Toastmaster Archie. If you can see him, he has a lot of golds. And it can also touch this a lot of audience. So if you can share a relatable content to anyone, definitely that's one another factor so that your video will be more engaged, and it will be more relatable to anyone. Because they open or show discuss things that people they can relate to, which makes them appealing and shareable, of course. All of this relatable content includes everything from funny anecdotes and jokes to a very serious personal stories or illnesses. So there are times they can share their how they survived the cancer, how funny they are. As long as it's relatable to the audience, definitely the viewers will love to keep on coming back to your channel. This is because in general, we all like to feel accompanied, and we like to know that we are not the only ones who have been through something, especially if it's something we don't usually talk about. In the end, all of this makes everything more human, which is essential to create strong bonds with your audience. Pardon me. Yeah, I'm almost running out. We're just there's few more contents we will done. I will not going to consume much of your time. And of course, besides from relatable contents, the next, yes, of course, there will be a big and powerful communities. What do you mean by that? There's something amazing about blogging, is that eventually you create a beautiful relationship with your audience, and you'll form a big community of people who share the same interest and thought. Maybe you love to share your makeup strategies like Doc Ed, and who knows, one day all of these people or the audience would love to watch your videos, and it will ask for opinions, and definitely those advertisers will try to hunt for you and promote their product. So you'll never know how powerful the communities are. These communities are really great. They build a nice atmosphere in the comment section. You can generate conversations, attract new people, and give honest feedbacks so creators can keep growing and making good content. Although these big communities, sometimes there are some bashers, which is very common for us, for us creators, that can receive criticism. Either it is worse or it is positive, as long as you know how to handle them or ignore them, because these are just part of your journey and the challenges that you will encounter as a blogger, as a content creator. They are normal, so you have to prepare yourself as well with these big, powerful communities. But as you surpass these kind of challenges, definitely you are one way closer, one move closer to your big challenges. Not to actually big challenges, but to your goal to become a successful content creator or a blogger. That now, let's talk about something really important that comes with having a lot of views and interactions. What do you think will be our next topic? I already discussed a lot of things from 1 to 5, but there is one important topics that we need to discuss. Why you also entered blogging? Any guess, maybe? What do you think is the final topics that we can discuss? No one? Let's reveal. Of course, it's all about money. In blogging, just like I mentioned earlier, it is not only expressing yourself, it's not only creating a video, a prank, but people enter into blogging because you can definitely generate income in the long run, as long as you found your niche, as long as you were able to create a wider community from different part of the world, or even in just the Philippines alone. In the Philippines alone, they will love to watch video as long as you catch their attention, as long as you were able to persuade them, as long as you were able to share relatable stories, you will definitely generate income. As you can see on the video that I shared to you, these are some of the famous content creator in the Philippines who were able to reach us millions of earning every month. Maybe one day, if you found your needs and you were able to craft your own things into blogging, you will definitely one of them. As of 2021, I think Ivana Alawi, Rapi Tulpo, Alex Gonzaga, Tony Gonzaga are some of the content creators who generate profit at least 1 million pesos a month. Diba? Why not? You don't need to become an artist. You can become an artist at your own and generate profit at the same time. And this advertiser will definitely be willing to invest on you to promote their product. So because in blogging, there are different ways on how you're going to generate income. As I said at the beginning of this masterclass, there are a lot of people who make living out of blogging. Even the young one can generate revenue, can generate profit through blogging. And this is probably the main reason why it has become so popular in recent years. Everybody wants to be a YouTuber or a blogger because they want to live from it. I mean, some famous YouTubers even generate millions of dollars in America, like Mr. Beast or PewDiePie. But getting to that point is not easy. It takes time and hard work, but it's totally worth it once you found your niche, of course. There's a lot of ways, and some of these are like the sponsorship, YouTube ads, selling merchandise, the affiliate marketing, of course, and of course, some business mogul could possibly hunt for you and let promote their product, or maybe some event will hire you if your content is related to public speaking. Maybe some guesting from different staff school, or maybe in your own community they will hire you and they will pay for you. Why not? And some also they cater their singing ability. There's a lot of bands like Charis Pempenko, like Pomoy. So see how these people, before they are not famous as they are, but when they start sharing their videos online, they instantly become famous all over the world, not only in our own country. But some bloggers offer courses like educational resources or additional services related to their areas of expertise. You can also cater your own expertise. Maybe one of these days, we can see one of our fellow politicians trying to do a master class about communication, or maybe how to build your leadership right? So they can also enter to that, and you will also generate income from just sharing your knowledge and your talent. Every content creator gets revenue in different ways. It will depend on what they offer to their audience and what they feel comfortable with. So, my dear fellow Toastmasters, there are many ways why you can also enter blogging, because we believe this is also a new phase of communication by sharing our stories, by sharing informative ideas, by sharing educational platform. Let's remember, in order for you to enter this blogging, you have also, of course, you have to find your passion, and it requires commitment as well. Because just like what I said, let's just review, it connects people from different part of the world. It is used for education, entertainment, and more. It is easy to start. You can share relatable stories. You can create and big, powerful communities. And of course, you can generate profit from it, as long as you are very much willing to enter the world of blogging. And before I will end this masterclass, please don't forget to visit my channel at Makoy Gueco and subscribe. We have 18 audience, so I'm expecting additional 18 on my channel. I'm at the 5,930, and I hope you learned something from this masterclass tonight. Thank you so much, and I'm returning the control of the lectern to our Toastmaster of the evening, DTM Roger.
Thank you
Toastmaster
so
first.
much, our vlogger. Yes, Madam.
Item Rocky,
Madam
order, Toastmaster first. We have, I guess, 10 minutes question and answer and sharing of their experience or whatever they can share about the blogging. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. The Q&A is now open. Or maybe we can ask some of our fellow bloggers from Kuwait. Toastmaster Rai, maybe you can share your experience from blogging. When did you started and how did you start your blogging?
Okay, nag-start po ako year 2018, which is hindi naman po talaga totally vlogging yung ginawa ko. I mean, upload lang po yun. And then, yun nga, dahil isa ano ng mga barkada, sinabi na, oh, lagi ka naman nagti-TikTok, mag-ano ka na lang, mag-YouTube ka na lang, kikita ka pa. Yun. Pumasok yung sa sinabi ni Sir Ferds, yung about sa money and income. Kaya ako natutunan na mag-vlog na mag-vlog. I mean, yung binablog ko kasi hindi naman totally yung kung ano lang, kung saan ako napunta, nagta-travel o hindi. About cooking po kasi yun.
Thank you so much, Guest Ryan. Definitely, don't forget to subscribe to his channel. Can you promote your
Welcome po.
channel, Guest Ryan? Ano na nga yung
Ayan,
channel mo? Yeah.
Pa-subscribe na lang din po sa channel ko. Rian82 channel po.
Ryan 82 channel. Yun. And how about DTM Reina? Any tips you can share for us, small content creator just like me, and how we can succeed more in our blogging? DTM Reina.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. I'm very honored to be here tonight, and I'm happy to hear your masterclass, Toastmaster Ferds. Actually, I'm not necessarily a vlogger. Our content is a mixture of videos and text, but I think you were right to say that you have to find your niche in the internet because in this day and age, you have so many competitors with almost the same content or the same topics, and it's a struggle for you to find the balance of or where you want to center your topics. So that's always the first challenge that you need to overcome. And actually, I wanted to ask you, TM Ferds, like I know that you explained the reasons why vlogging is a form of communication, but I would also like you to share what are the challenges for aspiring vloggers, like apart from of course the bashers and all those things, because those are the challenges are really what will sometimes hold you back from pursuing it. So I think it would be helpful as well if you can share with us in your experience as a YouTuber, like what are your challenges and difficulties in getting your channel up and running.
Sure, definitely. I can share to you some of the challenges I encountered during my journey as a YouTuber. Definitely, it's very hard to get a subscribers alone. But there are some techniques how you can do that by collaborating with your fellow bloggers, because there's a lot of group as well that can help you to grow your channel. But you have to share also the same thoughts, because the same passion, the same your willingness to enter the world of blogging. And the other challenge that I encounter is the editing side of YouTube, because in editing it kills a lot of time and even your patience. Sometimes if you're not good at editing, definitely it will give you a lot of headaches. Because if you really want to compete with others, if you want to stay abreast on the trending side of the YouTube, you need to be creative and you need to learn the basic techniques in even the basic techniques of video editing, so that people will catch your video. It is more appealing to your audience. And don't think about the profit at the beginning, because profit will just come along the way, as long as you know how to find your niche. Just like what I said on the master class, you need to find your own craft, because what important in YouTubing is the first, you know your craft, and the sustainability, because there will be times that you will get tired. There will be times that you want to stop. But remember, you are signing a contract with YouTube that requires you to follow. It requires at least in 6 months, you should upload a video. And you need also, in order for you to get a wider audience, you should consistently upload video almost every week, or at least twice a month. That could be fine. But the secret technique is if you can upload every other day, every week, and you will start growing your audience. But the key to that is definitely finding your own niche, and it will be easy for you if you found your niche. It will comes the editing, it will comes the storytelling, it will comes with the content, as long as you found your niche.
Question,
Yes, ma'am.
Toastmaster Ferdinand Gueco. When you vlog, what are the equipment and how much should you spend in terms of coming up with a professional vlog, like clear videos and all? So what is the rough range that you can share with us? How much and what are the equipment usually you need in order for you to vlog? Maybe I
Okay,
was
thank
not
you so
listening.
much. Thank you so much, DTM Roji. That actually a wonderful questions and a wonderful question. When I start, I just use my mobile phone. But you can start blogging just like what I discussed on one of my topics. You can start with your simple code. But when it comes to professionally speaking, you definitely need to invest with the right lighting, with the right camera, with a high def phone that will be needed as much as 100,000 pesos just to only professionally build. Because for me, I was able to invest almost already around 70,000 pesos, because I have to use a high definition phone. I use a separate gadget, and I bought some lighting materials that cost me a lot. But in return, of course, I was able to return those investment already from the previous month when I am still active as a blogger. So it requires also an investment, but that investment once you invest on that particular equipments or gadgets, just make sure that you're going to use that. You're going to utilize those particular gadgets very well if you don't want to waste your money or your investment to that.
Thank you so much. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, our master speaker, Toastmaster Ferdinand Gueco, for his presentation for tonight. we would like to thank you and extend our gratitude by presenting to you this certificate of appreciation, which reads Picpa Riyadh Toastmasters Club, Club number 8490, Area 5 Division and District 79, presents this certificate of appreciation to Toastmaster Ferdinand Gueco for being our resource speaker in the PRTC Masterclass Reloaded with his topic entitled Vlogging, the New Face of Communication, held virtually the 7th day of June 2022. Signed, VP Education, Kate Magat, and President Lilian Beldad. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ferdinand Gueco. And how about a big warm round of applause to our master speaker, Toastmaster Ferdinand. If there is one thing, just a quick sharing of the vlogging that Toastmaster Ferds has done. Well, recently, last April, I launched my first Airbnb property in the Philippines. And fortunately, I have a vlogger friend, Toastmaster Ferdinand Gueco, who promoted my humble unit. And mashallah, this May it was fully booked. And this June, it's already almost 25 days booked. And of course, without his vlog and constant promotion, I think the credibility actually is the one that audience would always look for, especially in the Philippines where lots of scams and some fake properties, for example, being advertised. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Ferdinand Gueco, for that presentation. And just a quick afterthought, I recently enrolled as well in the DAS NAILY. And I remember that one of the 3 things that a script writer or a vlogger should have when it comes to vlogging is it has to be SOR, simple, organized, and relatable. And here in Toastmasters, we are actually advocating and promoting that way of outlining our speeches. In fact, when I enrolled in the 5-day masterclass of NAS Daily, they introduced something which is not new as Toastmaster, because they went back to the intro, problem, solution, call to action, and outro. They call it outro format whenever they would have a vlog or they would have a video. So they would come on that format usually. So the 1-minute video of NAS actually is outlined like that. It has intro, it has a problem, it has a solution, it has a call to action, and outro for 1 minute. Even if it's about a place, people, a cause, or even selling some products. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ferdinand. And now we move to the next segment of our Toastmasters meeting. We just finished the first part, and now we will have the impromptu speaking to be facilitated by our friend Toastmaster from Spicer, I believe. We have Toastmaster Ryan Paul Panilo. Take it away.
Thank you very much, DTM Roji, for that very warm introduction. And thank you very much. We are now on the second portion of this segment. Fellow Toastmasters and their guests, Toastmasters wants to challenge the members to develop their impromptu communication skills and to effectively think on their feet by answering Andrea's questions. So we want also to give everybody, the member or every member, the chance or opportunity to speak each meeting. So we do this in the table topics. So I'm announcing this for the benefit of those who are very new to Toastmasters, especially on the second segment, which is the table topics. So what is table topics? This is specifically designed to develop 4 essential communication skills. We have the listening, thinking, organizing, and the last part is the speaking. So tonight, I will be asking questions about our theme for tonight, which is Rise to the Challenges. And your response must be at least 1 minute, and there could be no more than 2 minutes and 30 seconds. You will see a green signal after 1 minute of your minimum time, and the yellow signal at 1 minute and 30 seconds, and the red signal for at least or at most 2 minutes. Those who speak on time will qualify for the Best Table Topics Award. All right. So as I conduct the table topics, I will ask the question first, then I will call on someone to respond. This way, everybody listens and everyone starts thinking of a response. You should give your answer in 1 or 2 minutes. You can think of any answer before beginning, and you do not need to usually tell the truth. All right, so we will start on our table topic questions. So everybody is excited? Who is excited to answer impromptu questions? Nobody? So all right, so since nobody wants to volunteer, I prepared a very good slide for everybody, and I have also encoded the name of everybody. So on this presentation, okay, everybody can see the screen. Yes, can anybody see the screen?
Yes, we can see it. Thank you.
All right. So on the second part, I also shared a screen about the wheel of flame. So I would like to share another one. So it's not the sharing for one full screen. All right. So anybody would like to volunteer? All right. So hearing none, I will select your name from the list. All right. So here it goes. So we have the lucky first participant. We have, all right, Toastmaster Lilia, the president of PRTC. So please select a number from one of the uh, on the screens
You want
from
to
1
give
to
me
9.
TM Ryan. Good evening, TM Ryan. 1, 2, 3. Favorite number? My number 2.
Number 2. All right. So here's your question. Please expound the picture shown on the screen. Please expound the picture shown on the screen. So Toastmaster Lilian, the virtual podium is yours.
Okay, good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Good evening, Toastmaster Ryan, and to our guest. The picture shown in the screen is a man on the top of others. And for me, my concept of this picture is that sometimes we people think that going on the top of others, so being on the top of others, being the superior of others. But sometimes having that thought put us in the situation we're in, we are in the middle of something that we don't know what to do. It happens to me when I wanted to rise, I wanted to make something different from the others. So what I did is, without thinking about anything or the consequence of my action, I just do what I wanted to do. Just because my goal is to be different from others, to rise from others. But what happened is I failed. Instead of showing or instead of being on top of the others, I was at the last or the bottom part of the situation. So fellow Toastmasters and guests, in life, it's okay to be different. It's okay to be on top of the others or rise from the challenges. But make sure that you really understand the challenge ahead or the challenges ahead. Because if you don't fully understand and you're not willing to accept the consequences of that particular challenges, you will fail along the way, and it will be painful as a person, especially if you have a pride that you showed up you show everybody that I can do this, but in the end you fail. But the most important thing there is that you learn from that mistake, and you will never do it again, or you will not do it again as a person or as an individual. And that would be all. Back to you, Toastmaster Ryan.
Wow, thank you very much for that very nice answer, Toastmaster Lilian. And I believe that um, uh, looking forward to our future without hitting someone or passing over someone is the key to success. And I commend on Toastmaster Lilian's example for that. A very nice example. Thank you very much. And now we move on to the next volunteer. Anyone who wants to volunteer for the next question? All right, so I cannot see anybody volunteering, so I will use the power of selection. All right, so we have the second participants. We have Toastmaster Ryan Aniceto. Is he available?
Yes, TM
Yes.
Ryan, may tukayo, I'm available.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ryan, for confirming. And now, please select your questions from 1 to 9, except number 2. So please select a number from 1 to 9, except number 2.
Number 5.
Number 5, and this is your question. Kindly expound in relation to our theme, Rise to the Challenges. Kindly expound, make a difference. Please expound, make a difference. Ladies and gentlemen, Toastmaster Ryan Aniceto, the virtual table is yours.
Thank you, TM Ryan Panilo. Make a difference. Actually, in life, same like the challenges. In our family, for example, I have 2 kids. I have 2 kids. They are both boys. When I'm when I'm giving them a inspirational thought, I'm always seeing that I am a good example to them. Like for example, recently I just give a challenge to my kids because my kids is somewhat obese like me. He at the age of 14, he weighted around 105 kg. So I started doing the challenge on myself, and thankfully, my wife, she pushed me and he gave me a tough time to lose weight. And I can say I able to overpass or overcome the challenges. So now from weight, my weight before 6 months ago was 102, and now I'm reaching around 84 kg. So I make this one as example and challenge to my kid, especially my eldest one. He is 105 before, but now he is 86 as I check his current weight, and I give him a reward for that. So to make a difference, of course, it will it should be comes within yourself first. So it should have a what you call it, a living example that is visible to anyone. So as a father, I want to make a difference, and this difference I want to influence my sons or my family and even my friends. And back to you, PM Ryan Panilo.
Wow, thank you very much for that very cohesive answer, Toastmaster Ryan. And I believe being an example to your family will lead them to a better future. And I believe having a difference, not only through example, but also being a father figure, and besides from losing weight, you can also provide them a good example and make a difference in your family and community. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ryan. And next, we would like to call on, as requested by many audience, for the 18 million viewers, we want to call on DTM Reina.
Hi, do I need to open my video?
As you like, madam, if you prefer to make it switch off, but if you like to open it as your audience can see you as well.
Okay.
All right, so please select a number between 1 to 9, except numbers 2 and number 5.
I'll choose number 8.
All right, number 8. And this is a very nice quote. You can slash do it. You can slash do it. Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, DTM Reina, the virtual floor is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ryan. Fellow Toastmasters, good evening. We are often at the crossroads in our lives where we are faced with challenges that we are not sure if we can overcome them or not. This can come in our academics, in our careers, in our family life. And it's normal when we doubt ourselves and ask if it's something that we can overcome. I myself have been through such experiences, and in many times, I was always overcome with the fear at first. And that's totally normal. But in line with today's theme of rise to the challenge, this, I believe, is what life is all about. We are never promised an easy or comfortable or peaceful life. It was never promised to us. And what's only certain, especially at this point in our generation where we have experienced more than our fair share of trials and tribulations, is it requires more of our willpower to overcome these challenges. So, for example, in the example of Ferdinand Gueco earlier about his start to blogging, it's never easy. There are always struggles in the beginning, but it's always a good thing to have that challenges because that will also motivate you to do better, to strive to overcome what is what is trying to block you from achieving those goals. And even in your family lives, like Toastmaster Ryan said earlier, he saw the challenge for his children and he decided to act to overcome it. So at the end of the day, what matters is our willpower to act and provide solutions to the things that we think we could not overcome and the things that we think don't have solutions. Let's always remember that with every fear, with every problem, there's always courage and there's always action at the end of it. It only takes our own determination and will to see it through. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Wow, thank you very much, DTM Reina. That was a very um, heartfelt example of your um, impromptu speaking, and I believe that was a very nice example that trials and tribulation will really give us the push to move ahead in our lives. So I remember that story that if you want to become a very expensive gold, you need to be run through a very hot furnace, and after that you will need to go undergo a deep pounding so that you will become a very beautiful, expensive jewelry. And likewise, like DTM Reina has just mentioned, that life needs some action. And the famous quote from the brand, just do it. everybody should perform the task that will overcome their challenges. Thank you very much, DTM Reina. And next, we would like to call on, as requested again by many audiences, we would like to call on our guest, Fatima.
Hi, good evening po.
Good evening, guest Fatima, and please select a number on your screen, uh, except numbers 2, 5, and 8.
I would love to go for 1.
All right, number 1 is a very nice quote. And the question is, or kindly expound, smooth seas do not make skillful sailors. Smooth seas do not make skillful sailors. Fellow Toastmasters and their guests, Fatima Sula, the virtual
All
podium
right,
is
so
yours.
thank you so much for that. So before going to start, I want to introduce myself for all the people who didn't came from last week, because last week I was here. My name is Fatima Sula. I am 26 years of age, and I am born and raised here in Saudi Arabia. So going back to this quote right here, smooth seas do not make skillful sailors. I do think there was some people over here who thinks that, oh, he's a really good, let's say we saw this person, for example, let's say a teacher. So a teacher, some people, they said, oh, he's a good teacher, he's a great teacher. But when some of the students, when they go to this teacher and sees his class, they didn't really see that some of the people's let's say what they claim, that he is an amazing and he's a great teacher on what they say. I don't think whatever the reputation that the teacher has is really, let's say, matched to his skills that the people say. So I do think this is a sorry about that. I was a little bit sideways. So anyway, so going back to the teacher again. So I don't think some of the reputation that we see on people for whatever the people is claiming is not always matched to what skills or what the people claim. So I for okay, let's um sorry about that. I always sideway. So yeah, I like I said, like the reputation is not always equal to the skills that you have. So yeah, that's it. I'm so sorry. This is a really out of the question. Very nervous. Thank you so much for everyone for listening. Thank you. Sorry about that.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster or guest or Toastmaster Fatima Sula.
Sorry.
And that was a very brave answer of yours to answer our question or expound our quote. Smooth seas do not make skillful sailors. And just like Toastmaster Fatima has mentioned, that teachers gives us example in the future. That's why there's a very famous quote, and they said that train up a child in the way he should go. So I believe that everybody of us, whether we have children or we don't have yet children, our young sisters or brothers, we can train them or teach them until in the future they become very skillful people as well, or very skillful individuals. So let us not forget them, or let us not exclude training our young individuals. All right, thank you very much, Toastmaster Fatima. And another request from our 18 million guests. We want to hear the voice of the guest, toast or guest Ray Ann, one of the promising bloggers. Guest Ray Ann, are you there?
Yes po. Nandito po ako, nakikinig.
All right po. So please select a number except numbers 2, 5, 8, and 1.
I will choose 9.
Nine. Nine is a very good picture. So the picture that you see in your screen. So in accordance to our team, rise to the challenges, please expound the picture that you can see in your screen. So ladies and gentlemen, Toastmaster or guest, Rayan, the podium is yours.
Puwede po ako sumagot in Tagalog way.
Sure po. Sure po, ma'am. No problem.
So, ito pong picture na 'to which is, different colors but the same arrow and yung black niya is may pagitan. So, sa akin po, sa nakikita ko 'to, um, ito po yung parang yung pader na may awang, may space as a vlogger, siya po yung parang naghahadlang o gustong makarating sa pupuntahan. And meron akong nakikita po dito na kulay blue and yellow and red, which is, magbughaw, dilaw at pula.
Yes, guess, Rian, are you still there? Would you like to continue or all right, so thank you very much, guest Rian, for that very brave answer. And guest Rian showed us that how do we overcome the challenges. As she saw in the picture that arrows had several pathways. No? The blue arrows overcome the bridge and the other one went under and the other one had broken through the walls. And those are the challenges that we need to overcome, those masters and their guests, that we have different pathways. It's up to us how we can overcome, how we can win over these trials. And thank you very much to our guest, Rian. And for the remaining question, one of the bravest and requested by many. Let's hear from Toastmaster Rosel Sason. Toastmaster
Hello.
Rosel, are you there?
Hi po. Yes po, I'm here.
So, all right. So, since you are the last to answer the question, please select a number from 1 to 9, except 2, 5, 8, 1, 9, and yeah. So those are the numbers. So let
Two.
2 is already chosen.
What are the available? I'm sorry, four.
Available are 3, 4, number 4. Right.
Four.
All right. So you have chosen number 4. This is a very good number. The question or the picture, kindly expound the photo that you see on your screen. Please expound the photo that you see on your screen. Ladies and gentlemen, Toastmaster Rosel or Toastmaster Rosel Sass.
When I saw the photo, I was struck, like a man wearing a formal suit or like a working uniform, which seems to be a professional doing an athletic act or an athletic movement. As far as I believe that the way I perceive this photo, I think it's like saying all are equal, nothing is impossible for us. It doesn't mean that you are Toastmasters. You need to be an English speaker fluently in order to be a candidate in Miss Universe. You have to be just beautiful. It also needs to be someone that can inspire others. And also as a Toastmaster member, it doesn't mean that you have to be a good looking person or someone that can pay the membership. So Toastmasters and guests, in our daily life, we face sometimes some challenges, and challenges doesn't select a specific profession, a specific gender, a specific nationality. All of us encountered challenges, and I believe that what we need to do when we are on the moment, in the moment of facing challenges, we need to be positive, that anybody can do. Being positive, being having that hope, it doesn't require anything. It just requires something, your heart. So Toastmasters and guests, in my current role as an executive assistant, I'm always telling to myself like, why this happening to me? I'm a professional in terms of banking career when I was in the Philippines. I'm a Toastmaster member and also a Midget Pass Division A director. However, working as an executive assistant, sometimes I question myself why I'm doing this to myself at the same time, why it's happening to me. I believe it just boils down like what I've said, that it needs that positive mind, that hope that everybody can do. All of us can do things as long as we have that positive mind, and it doesn't require specific talent, money, or education. All of us are equal. Back to you, Mr. Table Topic Master.
Wow, thank you very much to our multi-talented Toastmaster Rosel Sason. And truly, that his many examples is part of a very nice quote that what will profit a man to gain the whole world but loses some his inner self. So just like Toastmaster Rosel has showed to us that without love, all those achievements, it could be nothing. So what he did is that he shared through helping the Toastmasters community and being part of the club to share his ideas, expertise, and many more. So Toastmaster Rosel has showed his love towards his PRTC family. And thank you very much, Toastmaster Rosel. There we go, fellow Toastmasters and their guests. That ends our table topic session. And before we end, and I call the timer, to rise up to the challenges is we need to have a very good example in our life, not only to our loved ones, our closest people to our hearts, but also there's a very good example. His name is Nehemiah. And this person is faced with many challenges. He was given the vision to build a wall and rebuild his community because his country was struck by many barbarians. And what happened is that their walls came down. So everybody in that community, in that country, had their faces down, and they were depressed. They were emotionally destroyed. However, his vision helped build the uh, the help build the people and help them rise up to their lives. No? He was not exempted to facing many challenges. First, he wanted to build the wall, but there were many obstacles. He was not given the permit. He also had many challenges like the procurement, where he will get the timber, where he will get the bricks, and also the colleagues around him or the people around him mock him that you will not do that. You are not feasible in doing those projects. But in his faith, he did not falter. What happened is that he only not based his own belief, but also he had faith that he could accomplish these things. So, fellow Toastmasters and their guests, whatever our wall is, whatever our trials or hardship is, let us not forget to have that faith and build our wall back again. So, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, thank you very much. And I would like to call on the timer if all the participants are valid to be voted.
Good evening once again, TM Ryan. I'm happy to announce that all the table topic speaker are qualified for voting.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ryan. And there you go. Thank you very much to all the participants and God bless you all. And I now return the control of the lectern to our meeting or to our Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ryan Panelo, for facilitating the table topic session. We now proceed with the third segment of our meeting, which is the evaluation. It is where the feedback mechanism of Toastmasters lies. It is where we hear some seasoned Toastmasters giving their proactive evaluation of how the meeting transpired. With that, I would like now to call our general evaluator, Toastmaster Roselle Sazan, to facilitate the evaluation segment. Take it
Thank
away.
you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the evening. So Toastmasters and to our guests, we are now on the third part of our meeting, which is the evaluation session, as mentioned by our Toastmaster of the evening. Today, our fellow Toastmasters, this session, we consider it as the most important part of the meeting, as we all know that our evaluators, as they say, for better speaking, might make or break the heart of our speakers for tonight. Prior to the meeting proper, our VP for Education, Toastmaster Kate, has designated a specific evaluator for each speaker. And tonight we have only a speaker for table topic session, which are divided into by the number, an odd and even number. Without so much further ado, please help me welcome our first table topic speaker, evaluating the odd number speaker. No, the first group, the first number first, 1, 2, 3 speaker. Please help me welcome, fresh from Eastern Region, Jubail Damam Kobar. Please help me welcome, Toastmaster Mark Lacanilao.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Roselle Zason, our General Evaluator. Friends, fellow Toastmasters, good evening. It's most especially to our table topic master, Toastmaster Ryan Panlilio. Toastmaster Ryan Panlilio, thank you so much. I am very much humbled and privileged to hear you speak here tonight because I've been reminded of the lesson when I was a child that despite of all the challenges, we will eventually surpass problems and we will make it through it all. Now, let's set this aside. I would like to evaluate the table topic speakers number 1, 2, and 3 tonight. Let's begin with Toastmaster Lillian Beldad, our president. Now, let me give you the positive things that I got from you, Toastmaster Lillian. The speech development and structure of and the organization of your speech was beautifully crafted from the beginning to the end. And the effectiveness, which is the achievement of purpose, was totally enlightened, which creates a ripple effect. As Toastmaster Edgy Berador said, it's a ripple effect message to never quit even we don't know what we are doing in life. You showed us the failure, that you showed us that the failure is no room for us. That is a heavy message that's stuck in our heart. One point of improvement that you may consider is your facial expression. I felt that throughout your speech, your facial expression did not change. As much as possible, you need to animate your face in order to connect to one emotion to another effectively, to grasp the meaningful message of the speech. Overall, that was an amazing speech, Toastmaster Lillian. The second speaker is Toastmaster Ryan Anseto. You made a difference by speaking here tonight, by intelligently answering the topic. The appropriateness of the speech was heavy because you emphasize your life worth in helping others and being a good example of others, especially your children. Every topic corresponds to one of your experiences in life, the challenges that you face, and the journey behind the fulfillment that made you to that made you reverberate in listening to you more. I may suggest to work on your vocals, or I may say the vocal variety, the rising and the falling pitches. I would feel that you have a monotonous volume of voice, although you have this great vocal variety, but it is more effective if you can change the personification of your voice applicable to the scene of your speech. Congratulations. And last Distinguished Toastmaster Reina, you are very fluid in terms of your speaking ability, Toastmaster DTM Reina. Voice modulation is like a music in my ears, and you will be able to deliver it and capture the audience well by your beautiful speech structuring. And because of this, you made us inspired to face the challenges with grace thought through it all. And this speech must be heard by more people. If we can just make it more, let's make it more beautiful by examining the emotions of your speech. For example, if you're talking about problems, sadness, challenges, just connect it to and act on that same emotion. On contrary, for joy, fulfillment, and happiness, show the audience that you are happy and create just that gestures that make the audience will feel that emotions. Overall, that was an amazing and scintillating speech. Congratulations. With all this suggestion, I believe that you will be able to reach more audience and you will be able to hear from you more. Thank you so much. And back to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Russell.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mark Lacanilao from Eastern Region, for gracing our meeting for tonight and for evaluating our first batch of table topic speaker. Next batch to evaluate our table topic speaker 4, 5, and 6. Please help me welcome another equally sympathetic evaluator. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Edward Berador.
Thank you very much, Mr. General Evaluator. I'll go directly to our 3 speakers who bravely expressed themselves tonight. We are starting off with guest Fatima. The question was about smooth seas never make skilled sailors. I love the introduction because you had a very lovely speaking voice. That kind of voice can really attract people to listen to you. And you talked about the teacher. And the teacher rolled around. So it kind of gave you the challenge, but I love the recovery because even though you admitted that you were roaming around the topic, but you're still very composed and you smiled. You do not need to apologize. What you need to do is to drive a story out of it. You drive a personal story so that it could still be cohesive to the topic. Though, to be honest, I'm sure you know this, that you will need Toastmasters for you to deliver more cohesive stories. And that is why Toastmasters is built for you. So just one suggestion, answer to the question directly. And I'm sure with Toastmasters, you can deliver that. Now, next is Toastmaster Rayan. You've seen a lot of lines. You've seen a lot of lines going to different directions, but arriving to one destination. That is one of the challenges that you face today, that you might have a different direction than the other Toastmasters because you speak Tagalog, which I don't understand your language. Sorry. But you were able to derive still on a destination. A little bit half-baked, but I'm sure with the guidance of Toastmasters, you can deliver smooth answers. We all come here from different directions. We all have different journeys, detours, but we all arrive into one destination, and that's a better version of ourselves. Okay? So Toastmasters is here for you. Now let's move forward with a seasoned Toastmaster, Toastmaster Roselle. I was not expecting that you were talking about equality on a person who was like jumping on a corporate attire and that hurdle ground. Toastmaster Roselle, I was really listening well to your story. And then you related to beauty queens and things like that, that everything in everybody in this world is equal. Then you talked about your job and then the challenging part of your job. I was just a little bit confused there. Where was it going? I was just looking for a conflict that you have handled so much in your job, like in a hurdle. But fellow Toastmasters, we should all be dressed ready to hurdle the best challenges of our lives. We can be in a corporate attire, we can be in a pajama, but challenges struck us anytime. So we have to be ready. Now back to our general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Dr. Edward Berador, for another detailed evaluation, and also to our Toastmaster Mark Lacanilao for evaluating the first batch of table topic speaker. If you allow me to suggest, first of all, I will not echo all our table topics evaluator for what they have said for their target table topic speaker. I just would like to remind each and everyone, especially to our guests, to our new in Toastmastering, that in Toastmasters or in table topics per se, is that there's no right and wrong answer. It's just how we handle ourselves under pressure, and be reminded that let's put the structure. There are three ingredients. First is the introduction, which it can be something intriguing. It can be a question, can be something related, can be something that you believe upon, or it can be a quote. The body, wherein you will elaborate or explain more about your introduction. And last but not least, the conclusion or the call to action or the summary, which comprises about all the speech or the table topic speech question that you have answered. And last but not least, please be reminded that we are also timed that in 1 minute, you are already saved, or your table topic speech is already saved or to be voted as the table topic or the best table topic speech or speaker. Nevertheless, all of you, 6 equally brave souls, have performed very well. And I love the courage that you have shown, and of course, the wisdom that you have shared. Thank you so much. And also thank you to our evaluators. And with that, time check, it's now 9:16 on my laptop. I would like to ask our Vice President for Education if we are giving chance for our meeting leaders to deliver their report. Madam Toastmaster Kate.
Good evening, Mr. General Evaluator. We will skip the meeting leaders' reports because of the time. So,
okay. Thank you so much, Madam Vice President.
I will be raising the poll now for the.
Yes, please cast your vote for our best evaluator. But before that, let me ask our timer if our 2 table topics evaluator are qualified to be voted as best evaluator for tonight. Please cast your vote.
Hello, good evening. Toastmaster, our general evaluator, Toastmaster Rosel. Only TM Edward Berador is
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ryan, as our counter. That means our best evaluator will be Toastmaster Doc Edward. And please cast your vote for the best table topic speaker. Toastmaster Ryan, our timer, are all the table topic speaker are qualified to be voted?
Yes, all are qualified for the.
Okay, please cast your vote to our table topic speaker for tonight, Toastmaster Lilian, Toastmaster Ryan Aniceto, distinguished Toastmaster Reina, our guest Fatima, guest Ryan, and yours truly. Thank you, Madam Zoom Master and Madam Vote Counter, Toastmaster Kate. With that, I have prepared a short list of what I think is necessary. Oh, we still have one more. Please cast your vote for the best meeting leader. Best meeting leader, Toastmaster Ryan as our timer, Toastmaster Marty as our counter, and Toastmaster Carlo Ray as our grammarian and word master. For the best segment host, Toastmaster Kate, please cast your vote for our Toastmaster of the evening, distinguished Toastmaster Rogelio Wenceslao. For our table topic master, Toastmaster Ryan Paul Panelo, and yours truly as your general evaluator, Toastmaster Rosel. Thank you for casting your vote. And with that, I would like to share with you a very short list of what I think it's necessary to share for the meeting that we have conducted tonight. First of all, I would like to give first the germs, should I say. We started 5 minutes late, again, still late, 5 minutes. Maybe next time if we can start on time, or maybe like 7:29, wherein everybody are still enjoying their entry in the meeting, perhaps we can start. Next, I also And the rest is a gem. First of all, everybody's welcoming. I love how everybody entertained. I love how they welcome all our guests for tonight. I also love how everybody's cooperative. They're not talking when somebody's talking. They know when to mute and unmute themselves. And last but not the least, I also love that all our members, especially our guests, had performed well and participate in our Toastmaster meeting for PRTC. And with that, I would like to return the control of the lectern to our Toastmaster of the evening, none other than distinguished Toastmaster Rogelio Wenceslao Jr.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rosel Sazon. And with that, I will not take much as well of your time, but let me just leave you with a short, let's say, evaluation of our theme for tonight, which is rising from challenges. Well, it's human nature to evolve and to always constantly look for a better version of ourselves. And especially nowadays that we are slowly opening our doors once again, going to and from another country to another because of the pandemic restrictions, we can see how clearly that we are rising from the pandemic challenges that we have right now. And I pray that we will all be safe and that we will rise above this quote unquote tragedies that has left so much pain to some for those who have lost their loved ones. And at the same time, it has given us lessons to be learned, so much lessons to be learned for that matter. With that, it has been an honor being your Toastmaster of the evening. And I now return the control of our lectern to our Madam President, Lilian Beldan.
Thank you so much, TTM Rodgy, and thank you so much to our table topics master and general evaluator, TM Ross and TM Ryan. Before I call on our vote counter, I would like to ask our guest how was their experience tonight, starting with Madam Fatima.
Well, so far po, it was pretty great. Finally, I could able to meet some people, especially Miss Pink Tarha. We know her very well by her blogs then. So yeah, it's pretty nice to finally meet some new people over here. Thank you.
And hopefully you're going to be a member and part of our new members orientation on the 23rd of June, Madam Fatima.
Yeah, inshallah po, I will going to attend this 23rd po.
Thank you so much. Hey,
Thank you.
how about Madam Rayan?
Hello po, good evening po.
Yes, madam.
Masasabi ko lang po sa ngayon, bali kinabahan ako nung tinanong ako, tapos tinawag pa ako ni Amo. So hindi ko alam gagawin ko, bigla ako napatay yung phone. Sorry po talaga, sorry.
No worries, madam. You don't have to say sorry.
Ito po kasi sa team natin na rise to the challenge. Parang nasabi ko sa sarili ko na kasi ako yung vlogger na parang ayoko nito, ayoko niyan. Ganun. Ang dami kong gustong puntahan. So parang ngayon, parang alam ko na kung saan ako dapat mag-focus.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing that. And like Doc Ed said earlier, keep joining our meeting and later on you will be confident and you will be comfortable in speaking English in front of so many people. All of us, I guess, not all of us started with fluent English or fluent in English communication. We all started stuttering, and even now I myself experience stuttering and stammering in front of so many people because I know it's very hard to speak in front of people. By joining Toastmaster, you will learn more strategies and techniques on how to face this nervousness in you, so you'll be able to you will be able to, yes, DTM James, you will. I will ask DTM Reina in a while. You'll be able to overcome this kind of challenges. And may we request the most requested person tonight, DTM Reina, to share her experience and message to us? Yes, madam.
Hi, Toastmaster Lillian. Good evening again, fellow Toastmasters and guests. It's been what, like 6 years, I think, since I last attended a meeting, much less a virtual one. First and foremost, I'm very happy to see a female president in PRTC once again. If I'm not mistaken, you are the president, Toastmaster Lillian.
Yes, madam.
Yeah, so I'm very happy to see female leadership in the club after all these years. I was, I think, the second female president of PRTC. So I don't know pang ilan ka na right now. I'm also impressed at how the online meeting is conducted. I had my reservations about how virtual meetings go for Toastmasters because I came from the era where we are doing the Toastmasters meetings face to face. But I think it's still a good exercise, even for the guests, to express themselves and to practice their public speaking, even though we are in a virtual setup. So I commend you and your team, your Execom, for sustaining the club through this time, especially the pandemic. And congratulations. I hope that I will be enticed by the meeting themes. I was really enticed by Toastmaster Ferd's topic today. That's why I was here. And Sean also said that he won't be here, so I should watch his mentee. I hope it wasn't such a nerve-wracking experience for you, Ferds. I enjoyed your presentation. I just hope that you had also covered some parts of the challenges, because in a masterclass, we want to not just give the good side of something, but we also want to give a full overview of what that topic is all about. So, again, thank you for having me. Thank you for the letting me speak in table topics as well. I haven't spoken table topics in a long time, so that was fun. Thank you so much. Back to you.
Thank you so much, DTM Reina. And we are very happy to see you tonight. We are looking forward, actually. Doc Sean told me before I even started as a president, before I accept the position, he told me that you are interested in joining the meeting, and we're looking forward to see you and hear more inspiring stories from you, DTM Reina. And hopefully we will be able to see you on June 23 as well, for the face-to-face activity of, or the term ender and installation of new sets of officers. Thank you so much. How about our guests from other club? Toastmaster Mark, do you have any announcement? From PNS?
Hello, Toastmaster. Yeah. Toastmaster Lillian, good evening. Thank you for inviting me here. So we will be inviting you for the Perlas ng Silangan tomorrow for our election for the new sets of officers. At last, we are so relieved for this term. So we will be stepping out to the new challenges as an area director. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity to having us here in PRTC. Thank you so much, President.
Thank you so much, Tia Mark. I guess we're looking forward for a new DTM, Filipino DTM, as you will step up as the area director in the Eastern region. How about Toastmaster Ryan Panilo?
Yes, thank you very much to our President, Toastmaster Dilian. Thank you very much for the PRTC, our mother club. It has been our opportunity to join your meeting and be part of the functionaries. We would like to invite in behalf of the Spicers Toastmasters Club to join us in our meeting tomorrow. Everybody's welcome. So likewise, we would like to see our mother club to join us as well. So thank you very much, Toastmaster Lilia.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ryan. DTM James, do you have any announcement to make?
Thank you, Madam President. I have nothing to say. Thank you.
Did you enjoy the session, DTM James?
Well, actually, no, I will just post it in our GC.
Yay! Thank you so much, Tm James. And any other further announcement from other Toastmaster member? If none, may I request everyone to please turn on your video so we can have a photo
Wait.
op.
Lilian.
Yes, Temper.
Yeah, we would like only to share the information that Toastmaster Lilian is running for Area 5 Director. So let's pray and hope for the best. And we will have Toastmaster Lilian as the next Area Director. Yan lang po.
Yay!
Best of luck, Lilian.
Thank you, Tm Ferds. Madam Fatima, Tm Carlo, Tm Marty. Please open your camera. Tm James. Okay, ready? 1, 2, say cheese. 1, 2, 3.
Cheese.
One more.
Cheese.
Are you taking picture? I'm taking picture in my... One last. Say 1, 2, 3, Thank you so much. May I now call on our vote counter, Toastmaster Kate, our hardworking Vice President for Education and incoming.
Thank you,
President.
Rian.
Thank you to
Okay.
all our guests. Reina. Thank you
Thank you to
po.
all our guests.
Kate.
Thank you, DTM Reina. Sana naman ampunan mo kami ng mga ng mga subscriber mo.
Marty.
Hello.
I would like to call in Toastmaster Carlo to announce the winner. TMRT, please mute your phone.
Maybe there's some.
Thank you.
Madam President.
TM Carlo. TM Carlo.
Wala si Carlo. Ay, ayan na.
For our best
Good
meeting,
evening. Can you hear me?
it's
Hello?
TM Ryan and
Yes,
Iseto,
we hear you.
as table topic speaker, TM Ryan. For best evaluator, TM Edward Berador, and for our best segment host, TM Rosel Sason.
Wow.
Yay! Natalo ko si Mark the time.
Congratulations, winners, and see you all next week.
Thank you so much. And Madam
Thank you,
VPE, do you have any
Bye-bye.
announcement to make?
NMO.
Okay,
Yes, please continue joining us on our weekly meetings. We still have 2 master classes to be conducted during the month of June, and we will not be having our regular meeting on June 21st in lieu of our NMO for June 23. Hope every one of you could join us on our face-to-face activity. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Madam VPE. And thank you so much, everyone. I am now calling this meeting adjourned. Toastmaster Marty, now you can talk freely.
Nako, congratulations sa ano.
Ito, Shadow. Yes, Doc Ed.
Thank you lang sa guest.
Thank you, Madam Fatima.
Wala po
Fatima,
problema. Yes.
join ka na,
Riyan
di
po
ba?
si Madam Fatima.
Ay,
Next week,
titingnan
accept
ko
ka
po
na ba
kung
namin?
titingnan ko po kasi kung wala akong let's say kasi sometimes kasi may events din kami sa center, sa kids center like birthdays. So we will see kung sa 23 wala sana. We'll see, inshallah. Pero ano po, nakakatuwa lang po kasi may new people po kasi ako nakilala. Tsaka nakilala ko na rin po si Miss Reina rin at the same time. Kasi